Everybody was kung fu fighting, you're fast as lightning, although it was a little bit too frightening. What are the words? Hello, my name is Kevin, and this is my commentary on comics. This season I've been doing a deep dive on Marvel Team-Up, specifically the run of Claremont and Byrne, with a few side trips here and there. We're up to issue 63, and we have got lots to go, so don't miss out and subscribe right now, or you'll just forget. Also, turn on those notifications because subscribing is only half the battle. If you enjoy a little kung fu battle, hit that like button because we have feet a-flying right now. Marvel Team-Up number 63, Spider-Man and Iron Fist, Night of the Dragon. Writer, Chris Claremont. Artist, John Byrne. Inker, Dave Hunt. So the cover kind of pretty much tells the story. The Steel Serpent steals Iron Fist's power and is going to kill him. Don't really need to read the comic now, do you? Well, we still will. They're hit and miss in Marvel Unlimited on giving cover artists, but this looks a lot like a Dave Cockrum cover to me. So this does require a little bit of a backstory. Iron Fist started in Marvel Premiere number 15, and it went through a series of creators over its 11-issue run in Premiere, featuring Gil Kane, Lin Win, and I'm going to probably butcher these names, so just forgive me, Doug Monch, Larry Hama, Tony Isabella, Pat Broderick, and a certain writer by the name of Chris Claremont. Claremont had Iron Fist starting in issue 23, which featured art by Pat Broderick, who also did the art for issue 24, but he missed the deadline for issue 25 and was fired. This enabled Claremont to bring on a guy he'd been bugging to do some work for him. His name, John Byrne. Byrne did issue number 25, which was the last one to feature Iron Fist, who then moved to his own book. That book by Claremont and Byrne lasted for 15 issues. The last issue was published on September 10th, 1977, and this issue of Marvel Team-Up was published on November 1st, 1977. So only a month apart. So remember last time I said that Marvel Team-Up was more than just one-shots. The stories inserted pieces of Spider-Man's ongoing titles and other characters' ongoing titles, like Ms. Marvel from last time. So this particular story closes a subplot that was going on in Iron Fist before its untimely demise. And what was that story? Well, how about we just start right here in the gym of one Daniel Rand, the Iron Fist. We got classic Byrne here showing Iron Fist working out, and classic Claremont with the almost customary Iron Fist narration being told in the second person, as if you, the reader, were Iron Fist. This started way back in Marvel Premiere 15 and continues here. Iron Fist is training hard because he's been just a bit off since coming back from Kunlun, where he learned his skills and got the power of the Iron Fist. He was ambushed by someone he thought was a friend, and now he needs to be prepared. Iron Fist's workout, however, is interrupted by the star of our series, or at least his alter ego, Peter Parker, who is there to take some photos to pick up some extra money from the Bugle. Ah, the conveniences of being able to put a photographer into any situation. Iron Fist, Danny Rand at this point, invites Peter in, and Peter gives him a scroll that he found on Danny's door. The scroll is a formal challenge from the Steel Serpent. This is the guy who ambushed him and tried to suck his chi, or his life force, out of him. If he doesn't accept, he'll be branded a coward, and by golly, if there is one thing you don't want to be called in comics, it's a coward. There is a podcast that I listen to. It's called Screw It, we're just going to talk about Spider-Man. It's actually now called Screw It, we're just going to talk about comics. And they made the point that a lot of heroes came from behind once they were called cowards. And it's very true. Find Screw It, we're just going to talk about comics wherever you listen to podcasts. End plug. So Danny ditches Peter, but Peter knows something is up and decides to follow Danny. Before we do that, however, let's look in on one Misty Knight, who is undercover investigating a criminal known as Bushmaster. Misty is a former cop turned private investigator, and honestly, I don't remember why she is undercover, but Bushmaster has apparently put a hit out on Iron Fist, and Misty happens to be in love with that guy. That guy being Iron Fist, not Bushmaster. So she gets the info from Bushmaster by slightly roughing up him and his guys. Oh, by the way, did I mention that she has a bionic arm? Yeah, my $6 million man, Bionic Woman TV show Love and Self back in the 70s loved this aspect of Misty, and she instantly became one of my favorites. She takes off, and Bushmaster declares that she will be found and she will be dead. We don't really see much more of this Bushmaster guy, I don't believe. Maybe later when Iron Fist teams up with Power Man and they do their book together. Meanwhile, Iron Fist meets his challenger, the Steel Serpent, in a bluff overlooking the Hudson River. Turns out, however, that the Steel Serpent isn't who Iron Fist thought he was, but actually it is the son of the guy he thought it was. So, let's pause here for a second. Iron Fist says here, for the first time, he thought the ambusher was Lei Kung, who is, I don't really know or remember. You see, this is one of the reasons I haven't done a review of Iron Fist. I read the entire run, but there was so much going on in that book that it was really hard to keep up. Iron Fist's whole story is a little bit confusing, and probably why his book didn't last that long. If anyone has read that first series and has any thoughts on it, leave a comment below and we can have a conversation. Anyway, for some reason, this dude Kung's son wants what he feels was rightfully his, the Iron Fist. They start their battle quite cordially by bowing, as tradition dictates. They trade blows, both seemingly evenly matched. Oh yeah, hey wait a minute, Spider-Man arrives. It is partly his book, but he does very little other than to get in the way. Finally, Iron Fist has had enough and attempts to end the fight, but the Serpent is ready and gets Iron Fist into a bear hug. He begins to draw his Shi and his dragon-spawned power. In a blinding flash, kaboom, the Steel Serpent has taken Danny Rand's power, his Iron Fist. And he may have gotten away with killing him, but Misty Knight shows up and tells Serpent to drop Iron Fist. She backs up her threat with a laser blaster. Serpent lets him go, but thinks as he walks away, both she and Iron Fist will be dead before dawn. And at the end, we see Misty Knight holding Danny in her arms. Is this the end of Iron Fist? No, it seems like I say that a lot when I end these things. Gasp! Is fill in the blank dead? And turns out he or she never really is. Big surprise, huh? But how does he not be dead, right? That's what we want to know and what we'll find out next time. So I'm Kevin, and that was my commentary. This was a big ending, though, and again, this is one of the first team-up books I think I ever read and was instantly hooked. But if you think about it, that means one of my first books was Claremont and Byrne. And you can't go wrong with that, can you? So until next time, go out and make it a great day, and I will see ya.